Well, I thought there were some interesting observations in there. Obviously, Barry's getting a bit decrepit, so I allow him to have a senior moment and make his observations that way. But also, Frank's obviously busy coming back from running errands, so he has opinion too. But I also think that they are right. When I first looked at the fight, Spence and Paul, and obviously Richard, my first reaction after the first round was not surprised, as Richard wasn't. I wasn't surprised by what was happening to Anthony. And then I saw the second round, and I saw Prenga come out and do the polar opposite of what he had done in the first round that got all the success, and it didn't make sense to him, and he didn't seem to be throwing anything. So my first reaction was, I don't like the look of this, I don't like the smell of this. But the more I look at the fight back, and the more I listen to the corner work that was done with Prenga, and the more that I've spoken to a few people, trainers that talked about what Prenga should have done, what grade of fighter he is, and what they expected in terms of the second round, take it easy, have a look at him first before you jump on him. It kind of takes me into the pathway that maybe I was a bit previous about the idea that there was something amiss in this fight. Mm-hmm. You got any views on this, boys? Anyone can jump in when they want.
Sounds to me like Simon Jordan's backtracking here. Therefore sounds like a cop-out. You know you done fucked up, right? Simon Jordan, you know you done fucked up, right? Yeah, I think Matchroom, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn and them, man, they send the legal letters in. They got them lawyers on him, man. $100 million lawsuit, cease and desist, man. If you don't go back on that radio station and you take back what you said, if you don't clarify it, we will clean you up, my boy. By the time we're done with you in court, you won't be able to afford a Subway sandwich. Wait, they got Simon Jordan rattled, man. He's trying to explain himself. He's trying to get himself out of this web that he's created, man. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. And this is what I've been saying for the longest about these guys that don't know shit about boxing. But because they got a big platform, now they think they're Dan King. Like they think like they're running the shit. You know, like this is what I don't like about boxing. They allow people that never boxed, never been to the gym in their life. They're not students of the game. They've never done shit for the sport of boxing. But they turn 55 and they've got a big platform. All of a sudden, they've got something to say and they expect people to respect them. All of a sudden, they're disrespecting fighters. All of a sudden, I don't even want to carry on because I'm just going to end up saying some effed up shit. Seriously, like Simon Jordan, yeah, this guy, yeah, he's just a coward, mate. First, you tweet something like this, yeah, on the night of the fight. Like, this is straight after the fight. This guy tweeted it. Not having that fight. Dropped twice. Sets the tempo. How is that? Prenga, totally different in the second. Something not quite right. All designed to rinse maximum amount of money. This is Simon Jordan here. Radio personality. Former football club owner. You know what I mean? Now he thinks he's the Don King of boxing just because he gets a million or two listeners a week on the radio station Talk Sport. Simon Jordan goes on to say in that video that, after speaking to a few coaches, a few guys, that know about boxing, I understood where they're coming from. I get it now. So if you don't know shit about boxing, if you don't understand boxing, why would you even tweet that in the first place? Why not wait? Yeah. Keep your powder dry. After the fight, on a Sunday, Monday, speak to your friends who are in boxing, who actually know what boxing is, who know what they're talking about, get their opinion, and then write something down. Tweet a finger, mate. Tweet a fingers, quickly, trying to type shit up just to get the attention. Not all attention is good attention, mate. Now you look like a clown, mate. You just expose yourself for who you are. Like, you don't know shit about boxing, And I blame the promoters, the fighters, the managers, everyone just involved in that sport, the industry, whatever, up top. I blame them, these clowns, for allowing people like Simon Jordan through the doors. Yeah, now he's disrespecting you guys, taking a mickey. You guys allowed him in. You let him through the door. Like, you've got nothing to complain about because you allowed him. This is why we have like misfits boxing. That's why boxing is a joke. Because in boxing, yeah, people don't even need to know about boxing They don't have to be boxers. They don't have to be ex-pros. They don't have to be white-collar fighters. They don't have to be coaches. They don't have to be nothing. As long as you got a big enough platform where you've got an audience, you have a little bit of influence, you can talk about boxing, talk shit about boxing, disrespect fighters, like do some crappy fight breakdowns, and people are gonna listen to you, bruv. And that's because of the greed of these promoters. Even the fighters themselves are blamed them, because you have a Simon Jordan who disrespects you, Jim White who's there sitting next to Simon Jordan, enabling him to disrespect Anthony Joshua and his achievements. And then what does Anthony Joshua go and do? He sends Jim White a belt for his birthday, bruv. You're trying to appease people that don't even like you, people that disrespect you. You're trying to appease them. But then you got people like me and other guys on YouTube who really have a passion for boxing, you know what I mean, who honestly do it, keep it real. We break down fights, give honest opinions, we do fight analysis and everything like that. Do you know how hard and difficult and challenging it is to even gain access to some of these promoters, some of these managers, some of these fighters? Like, just to interview a fighter, do you know how many barriers there are? Unless you've got, like, I don't know, 50,000, 100,000 subs. Like, not everybody's Ade Oladipo, bro. Shout out to Ade Oladipo. Respect to the brother. You know what I mean? Like, they put so many barriers on entry. Like, you ain't even got a chance until you build a platform. Then they come, like, lick your ass and kiss your ass and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? But they let people like Simon Jordan in through the door, who doesn't know shit about boxing. They just allow him in. And now he's disrespecting you guys. And you act surprised. Why are you acting surprised? You should not be surprised. I mean, you deserve Simon Jordan. You all deserve each other. Because the promoters are greedy. You don't really give a shit about the fighters. Yeah, you put, like, I don't even blame the fighters. You know, I think it's the management and the promoters that's, you know, like, they push the fighters to these guys like, yo, you know what, TalkSport is big, you know. Simon Jordan, you know, they get 2 million listeners a week. Like, go do an interview there. Like, you know, we'll get noticed. We can sell the fight. Yeah, there's an exchange for that. You know, you get disrespected. They take the piss out of you. When you have a fight, the culinary fix, you know, this shit happens. Now you know, it doesn't matter whether Simon Jordan walks back, backtracks, cops out, apologizes. It doesn't matter what he does. That tweet is out there, mate, for the whole universe, mate. Like, it's been captured. And Simon Jordan hasn't even deleted it. It's still on his X account. Like, that is there for the whole world to see. And do you know what that could do to a reputation of a company, of a business, of a fighter, promoter, everyone involved with Matchroom? Do you know what that could do for the reputation of your business? Like, this year drags the reputation of your company through the mud, mate. Can you imagine, like, sponsors, betting companies, fans? Like, now in future, people will be watching AJ fights. Any card that Matchroom puts up, whatever, any event that they got going on, people are gonna be looking at it like, I wonder if that's fixed. Because Simon Jordan has put that in their head. Listen, it's all right when little YouTubers like my channel, little smaller platforms, we might drop a little conspiracy here and there, but we ain't got an audience, mate. No, I don't get 1 million people watching me. I barely get about 5,000 people listening to me a week. But when you got a big platform like TalkSport, the biggest radio broadcaster in the UK, and you got someone like Simon Jordan, who's a massive public figure, a lot of people listen to me as influence, when he's tweeting shit like that, he's planting a seed in people's head. Planting seeds, mate. Do you know what that could do for your future endeavors, business dealings for Matchroom? That's why I therefore believe that Matchroom, Anthony Joshua, they sent Simon Jordan legal letters, mate. He had to come on radio and explain himself. That's why you see him backtracking. Backing down, whatever you want to call it. Because they can't have him saying shit like that. I think even TalkSport, Simon Jordan's employers, I think they whispered in his ear and told him, yo, listen, you're on your own, mate. You tweeted that on your own platform. It's got nothing to do with TalkSport, mate. So if they legally come for your ass, guess what? We are not involved, mate. We ain't covering no legal bills, mate. You're on your own, mate. And Simon Jordan has already been bankrupt once, I think. He's gone broke once, I think. He's lost a lot of money. I don't think he wants to go through that shit twice. That's why he's backtracking and all that shit. But listen, these promoters deserve it, man. You deserve all this crap because you know what? You enable these type of people to disrespect you and say shit like that. And you know what? You know the funny thing about it, yeah? Tomorrow, all these fighters will come back. All these promoters will be back on TalkSport. They'll be back with Simon Jordan. They'll be buddies again. You know why? Because they're all just using each other. Simon Jordan, he's got a platform. The promoters need to use it, so they use each other. Everybody's just using each other, man. You know what I mean? Everyone's fake. No one's real. Everyone's fake, man. I just hope the fighters know it. I really hope the fighters know it and they see these guys for who they are, mate. You know what I mean? Get your money and all that shit, but just know that everyone's fake, you know? I'm just keeping it real, like. I keep it real, like. I do not really give a shit about what anyone thinks. I don't really want to know relationship with these people, like. If fighters want to do interviews with me, it's cool. If they don't want to do it, it's fine. I'm going to keep doing boxing as a passion. I'm a coach. Like, I'm good. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm going to build my platform. I'm cool. But I'm just giving advice to some of these guys, young up-and-coming fighters. Like, you can see these guys are fake, man. They're all fake. Just watch who you associate yourself with. They're all fake, man. Just know that they're using you. And we've seen Simon Jordan now backtracking, but tomorrow we're gonna see him back with these promoters. I'm just keeping it real, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. Has Simon Jordan been served some legal letters? That's why he's backtracking, or do you kind of still? Do you believe in Simon Jordan? Like, do you really think that fight, Anthony Joshua versus Christian Pringle, was a fake? Was a fixed? There's some corruption going on, or was Simon Jordan kind of bang out of order for tweeting shit like that? And what do you think of these fighters and promoters that keep going to a platform like TalkSport with Simon Jordan, getting disrespected, getting a Mickey taken out of them? Like, what do you think of that, man? That's just don't add up for me, man. Seriously, I'm just keeping it real. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, my people. I'll really appreciate it. It's your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. I need you to do me a favor, massive favor. Smash the likes because that helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. That helps us grow because I'm the only one of a few real channels out there left. The rest of them are fake. You can clearly see it. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see us grow. Hype up the channel. That's massive as well. Yeah, that really helps with the algorithm. Yeah, man. Listen, it doesn't cost you a thing. It takes like a second. Just click those buttons, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.